realized I'd forgotten to reformat the memory card.
Cool. What's that?
This is semi-wild tomatoes.
Oh.
Which is to say, we planted tomatoes last year, and new tomatoes grew this year.
Huh.
Even though we neglected to plant tomatoes.
Well, that's semi-wild then. Oh, what's this up here?
That's bedding from the rabbit.
Oh. Used bedding?
Yep.
Well, wood chips. Picked up a handful and threw it into the fire.
Right, that's okay.
Well, well, with additions.
I mean, rabbit poop is...
Wood chips with stuff.
Rabbit poop is not particularly sticky.
Well, that's nice, but still.
And animal poop has previously, dried animal poop has previously in the past been used to burn for fires.
Okay. I can live with that. Yeah, but I think we're just smoldering here.
Because I forgot to format it, we lost a little bit of the at the beginning, but it's not like there was any interesting fire happening.
No, we're good.
And the only thing we were discussing was the lack of interesting fire.
Right.
And how ads on YouTube work, so.
Yeah, I don't think we have any flames. I think it's just sort of slowly burning without flame.
I mean, flames will come eventually, more than that, like. There's far too much smoke happening right now for proper flames to not be on the way.
Oh, a door, that'd be helpful.
You sure you don't have any newspaper or anything? Something we can stuff down below?
I don't think it's all in here.
Sorry. We'll get this going soon. Oh yeah. Didn't catch the paper.
You're good at fires.
The fire is inside of me. Yeah, we just put in. That's more like it. We're getting a bit of smolder at the top. Hopefully that'll spread below and actually start a little bit more fire. Oh, orangeness, how I long to see you again. I would have thought that using the door was the right way to go. Oh. Too bad all the smoke is blowing right at the camera.
It's proof to them that something is happening.
Yes, them. Hi, them.
The mysterious other.
Roost. So, I just kind of have that buzzing feeling in my head there for a second. Yeah, you go ahead. Oh, there you go.
Okay, that's definitely plenty of light. Yeah, that'll get going, hopefully.
Might take a while. Excluding, oh look at all that smoke we made.
It's kind of nice, actually. I mean, besides it being smoke, it is kind of pretty.
Yeah.
We got some sunbeams.
Yeah.
Oh wow, nice, lots of sunbeams over here.
Really good sunbeams.
Yeah. Oh wow. That reminds me, have you ever been up to Houghton Falls in Wisconsin?
No?
Near the Apostle Island?
No?
Oh, it's a beautiful hike. It's this, it's not really a waterfall right now, but in the spring it is.
Okay.
It's this sort of winding hike that goes through some woods with a river valley right next to it. And there's all these overhanging rocks, and the whole place is just covered with moss and life, and it feels like it's been there for, well, it has, for thousands of years. Just the trees and everything, and the rocks, and there's this one spot where you can go down and stand on a dry riverbed. And because Lake Superior is right there, you get all this mist coming in, and there's these perfect sunbeams shooting down through the roof of the leaves. I'll show you a picture. It's incredible. Obviously, the pictures can't do it justice, but even the pictures are pretty amazing. So, anybody watching online there, if you live anywhere in Wisconsin, the Apostle Islands is a beautiful trip to make. Or, you know, any of the neighboring states, really. It's worth the trip. So, wow. 1,692 pictures. That's probably enough.
Maybe, just maybe.
Too many, maybe? So here's the kind of area it is.
Oh.
Isn't that pretty?
Yeah.
And it's just lush and green. Feels like someplace out of Lord of the Rings in a way. You can see sort of the 3D-ness of the rays.
These sunbeams are amazing.
Provided that the thing will rotate. There.
Wow. Mom, come over here and look at it from here. Then we'll get
You have to sort of slide down a hill to get here.
Wow.
It's a really neat place.
I can see.
And then later on down the stream, yeah, like there's one.
Wow.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
Where is that one? Oh yeah, then there's like this little cave thing where the sunbeam is suddenly cut off. Then if you go later on down the path, you get to a place that looks like this. And that is a huge drop off there. Like for example, there's some people down at the bottom. Echo Dells, it's called. And then there's these cool trees that went down.
Started growing down.
Yep. Then they went back up again. And there's these sort of standing sunbeams where there's mist at the bottom but not at the top. So you just get
Looks like it's coming from the ground.
yeah. It's so neat. That is a fire.
Yes. There's definitely significant combustion happening.
Yep. Oh yeah. And less smoke, which is nice. More fire, less smoke, that's what I always say. MFLS. Muffles. I was gonna say I don't make them, but I do. And I am sorry. All I could come up with on short notice. Mothless? Low fleas?
I'm gonna invoke the first rule of holes right now.
First rule of what?
First rule of holes: stop digging.
Oh yeah. Maybe we should put our chairs on the other side since all the smoke seems to be coming this way.
No, because we need to be close to the camera to monitor it.
Oh yeah.
If anything, we should be farther back. Also, it's gonna get plenty of hot.
Oh
We
yeah.
should probably move either way.
Yeah, oh, those poor rabbits.
Not that bad.
I suppose they're far enough away that it won't really affect them too much.
They might not appreciate the fire.
Well, at least all the smoke's going that way.
Yeah.
That's a nice one.
Yeah? It's almost like we piled a ridiculous amount of wood on it right away.
Yeah.
Who'da
Sure would
thunk
seem
it?
that way.
Who'da thunk it?
Yeah.
Not sure what your thoughts on small amounts of alcohol are, but I do have some hard cider downstairs in the basement that I could put in the freezer for us.
You need to throw in the fire?
No,
Oh.
to drink.
I've never tried it. I can try like a sip of it.
I mean, we're gonna be here for a while. You're 21.
I'll try a sip.
I'll go put them in the freezer.
I've heard that warm is disgusting, but cold it can be pretty good when it's hot.
Yeah.
I mean when it's hot out. Well, now seems as good a time as any to do our PSA about alcohol. My friends, alcohol is a dangerous substance. It should only be used in controlled amounts. So if you or a friend of yours that you have has too much of it in their basement, ready to be put in the freezer and then drunk in front of a fire, I honestly am not sure what to do. Do you have any suggestions for the next time that this happens? Because we're in front of a fire and he's got alcohol.
That's a good fire.
Yeah, boy. It sure seems like such a good idea to have hard cider out here in front of a fire. I mean, even
What are you expecting will happen?
one of us will trip while sitting in our chairs and throw it 15 feet forwards.
I mean, first off, I don't think the hard cider is alcoholic enough to significantly disrupt the fire.
What kind of cider? Apple cider?
Yeah.
Nice. I like apple cider.
Well, one of the flavors is pear, but
Ooh, I like pear. So, you mean like you took pears and apples and fermented them and then made cider out of them?
presumably, are the one who did it.
Where'd it come from?
The alcohol store down there on Rice Street.
Oh, okay. Well, sure, why not? A little bit. Yeah, I think it's only wrong to get drunk on it, but to actually drink it, no big deal.
Yeah.
Woohoo! That is quite a fire.
And just to figure out what drunker was like, I did at one point get properly drunk in a safe area.
What, like a rubber room?
Hmm?
Like a rubber room?
Not quite that safe. But there was...
Why'd you do that? Why'd you do that?
To figure out what drunker acted like.
Well,
To determine whether or not he was safe to exist.
well I can already tell you the answer to that question.
I mean, the answer is he's actually pretty safe because long before my inhibitions go, my motor functions go and I just fall over.
Well, that's good. Yeah, don't do that. I don't think that's okay.
It was an experiment.
Well,
It needed to be tried once and then not again.
good thing. I mean, I'm glad that you didn't hurt yourself or anybody else in the 100-mile radius, as I would have expected to happen.
I mean, I did get embroiled in what could be described as a drunken brawl. But first of all, it wasn't my fault. Second of all, it was with LARPing swords.
So you had a pub fight.
Yes. Well, the way this worked,
I suppose you have any Irish blood in you, do you?
a fair bit. But so the way this worked was, there was this one person who had been saying that he wanted to get into a LARP fight with me at some point, but had never actually capitalized on that statement. Who was also at this party with me, because this was at Gaming House after finals
Oh, I see.
this past year. Then so basically he got drunk enough at the party to finally say, yes, we are going to have a fight with LARPing swords now. And like, I was ready for this at any point, so me accepting this cannot at all be chalked up to drunk Greer being at the controls at the moment.
Right.
And then there were another two people who had kept saying that they should have a LARPing swords fight at some point before they graduate, who were also at this party. So once I cracked out LARPing swords for the two of us to fight, then the two of them fought, and then we just kept on having duels between the various pairs of us until we were thoroughly exhausted.
Okay. So it wasn't in fury and malice.
No.
Okay, good.
If it was in Fury and Malice, the LARPing swords wouldn't have come out.
Well, right. Yeah. Well, I mean, in the delusion, they could have looked like real swords. But I'm glad that we won't be seeing Drunk Greer again. So that was like one of the last days of Gaming House?
Yeah.
Perfect time to have a battle.
Yeah, it was like a couple days before commencement.
Did you use Boom?
Not Boom. Boom has stayed in the garage for a while because it's not in good repair. Repair. But I did use. I did retire from the field at one point to go upstairs and get Kaboom, Boom's bigger brother.
It has a bigger brother?
It does now.
What? How do you even swing that? I gotta see this.
Should be in here.
So, what were the other ones? Bam and...
No, the first sword, the first weapon in the series was Doom.
Doom, that's right.
We need to stop and restart this soon.
Oh.
Yes. Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
So,
But while you were down getting the cider, I gave a PSA about alcohol. You can see it later.
I look forward. I don't know.
Like,
I don't think I've heard this phrase before.
it's like ad-lib. I mean, it is ad-libbing, but
It's like the full chorus instead of.
it's like a something speed. It's a practice. It's like where you have practice. You just stand up and just do...
I don't know. I haven't heard this phrase before.
So that's it.
This is Kaboom.
It's huge.
Yes.
Kaboom.
Yes.
You ready?
I mean, not as much as you'd expect.
Well, I think so. Is it, I mean, obviously it's got to be stabilized to work together.
Yeah.
Holy cow. You can hit anybody anywhere with that.
Yes. The point of this was to, because before the red started getting made, we had a shield meta.
And that's the shield meta?
Like, whoever had the two big shields had a significant advantage.
Oh, I see.
And the reds were, in theory, a counter to that, but they weren't a particularly good counter to this,
Oh.
because the people who normally use the shields wouldn't use the shield. So the point of this weapon was to be so massive that if I hit someone with it, it didn't matter if they were hiding behind a shield. It didn't matter if they also had a breastplate on. They were going flying that way, and it would count as a hit of damage against their shield.
Yeah, because you have to have the strength to swing that thing hard enough to knock somebody over.
So that was the point of Kaboom. Hmm? Yeah, this was my first attempt at that was the first person. And I have Kaboom!
I should have brought it.
Oh well. We can't really both have a fire and LARP at the same time.
I suppose that's true. It's not safe. But when has that ever stopped us?
I mean, more times than we remember, but
Probably so, yeah.
that's because
One of
that's
them
mainly
I
due to the fact that times that safety has actually stopped us are less memorable than the times safety hasn't.
Right. Ah, boy, it turned out to be a really nice day.
Yeah.
It's going to be all stormy and it's just perfectly blue sky.
Okay, time to put more stuff on the back.
See if you can get close enough to it. Well, you work with what you got, I suppose.
Put the lid down.
This is
Hand me
unsafe.
the stick. Hand me the stick.
And this is why the unsafe moments are memorable. It's all exploding. What? You can't just do this?
What do you mean you can't just do this? I just did.
I know, but you can't. Look at all this black smoke. Well, it's gray smoke, but it's still smoke. A lot of smoke. I mean, we pretty much smothered the fire. Wait, hang on a second.
I mean, yeah, we should put more wood on the fire now.
Oh gosh.
Okay, we probably shouldn't be throwing it from that far away. Just like set it down nicely.
Yeah, but it seems the thing to do.
Yeah, but it's putting more weight on the wheels that aren't actually on.
Oh, right. Wish the smoke would stop turning to face me. Are there even any flames anymore?
Yeah.
Woo! I see it. What? You alright?
Yeah. I didn't burn it.
Oh, yeah, about that. We gotta put the lid on this thing. This is ridiculous.
That was a good moment, though.
That was interesting. Oh, gosh. I think your neighbors are gonna be a bit upset.
Eh.
Well, maybe not. I suppose.
They haven't filed a complaint against me yet.
I suppose this is a regular occurrence.
And ideally will become more regular.
Not too regular, I hope.
Well, I am...
Boy, I hope the fire marshal doesn't come out after us. Whoa. Woo! Strong winds. Not good right now. I suppose people might just think we're having an excessively large barbecue. As much of a barbecue as northerners can have, I suppose.
Yeah. But yeah, as I was saying, I am hoping to have fires more regularly. Both in order to film more fire to put on the YouTube channel, and also
To be rid of it?
Hmm?
To be rid of the wood?
No. That's not really a main problem. I can just tell myself I don't need to grab more wood. It is difficult, but I can just tell myself that.
Well, right, but I mean...
It is objectively easier to tell myself that than to organize more fires.
I suppose that's true.
But also just to hang out with other friends more,
Of course.
because I'd like to hang out with friends more. I'd also kind of like it if, some of my friends from one area met friends from another area of my life.
Yeah, I haven't really met a lot of your friends from college.
Yeah, so
Or any, really.
I am contemplating the plan, and obviously it won't be like every week, but most Sundays, just having a fire at my place. Anyone who wants to bring wood can bring wood.
Yeah. It's nice, kind of.
And just invite all of my friends, have a big fire, film it, huzzah.
Profit.
Yes. I was about to make that joke, just hadn't gotten to it.
Oh, poor rabbits.
Fine.
Yeah. Smoked rabbits. I wasn't quite expecting that much of a reaction when you dumped all that stuff on there.
Yeah, I was expecting it to take a little bit longer to catch, since
Instead
it
of,
was
like-
super green.
Apparently not.
Apparently not.
Too thin.
Yeah. Okay.
You ever hear the song The Rocky Road to Dublin by the High Kings?
No?
It's a fun song. It's almost like Irish rap in a way, but like traditional Irish rap where it's just lyrics that don't stop. It just goes and goes and goes. But it's so much fun.
Yeah, I have a friend from Nova who showed me what he considers the, can't remember if it was Irish or Scottish, but it doesn't really matter. But like the quintessential Irish insulting to people. Like, it's just like this 30 seconds of incomprehensible words that once you start picking them out, he spent 10 or 15 minutes explaining every phrase in that and how it was an insult.
So
There was a lot of really contextual stuff, and
So you can just say this long phrase and you're insulting people and they don't even know it?
yeah. I mean, the idea is more the idea is that Irish, the quintessential idea of an Irish person is someone who can just pull this out of his hat, not practicing it at all. Whether or not that person actually exists is irrelevant.
Right. Oh, there you are.
Yeah. I'm just going to put another bag back inside.
Oh, sure. How much wood do you expect to burn today?
I'm hoping to burn all of this.
That's a lot of wood.
Yeah. We have a fair bit of time left.
Oh, yeah.
What?
Only
6? Took us until almost 5 to get the fire started. We already have 3 bags of big chunks in the fire.
Really? Wow, this won't take very long at all.
Oh, not the 3 of the big bags, but
Well, yeah, the little bags.
the small bags of the big stuff.
Right.
But the big bags, the small stuff.
yeah.
Following along at home, listeners, viewers, whatever the phrase is. English is hard.
Yeah, I'm not sure that they can follow along anymore. Certainly not with us.
But yeah.
Oh, guys, you don't even know how off topic we have gotten in the past. My goodness. We've been talking about time travel and loops and alternate universes and what is some of the other stuff that you talked about?
At one point, I spent like 3 hours explaining to you an entire like super story structure that I was hoping to write at some point. I have since decided that that entire story had gotten overly complicated and wasn't of significant value. So I just was like, here, let's throw this entire idea into the fire. Anything good I can remake later.
I've been kind of feeling the same way about some of my old stories. It's kind of like, well, it was fun to play around with when we were younger, but now we see it's just too hard to unravel all the knots.
Yep. I mean, the new multiverse that I'm constructing
Oh no.
is also still pretty complicated.
Oh boy. This will be interesting.
Oh, I wasn't gonna start putting big stuff in there yet.
Oh.
I was gonna put more small stuff in.
That's a good idea. Some of the stuff is kind of damp and could use construction.
Yeah.
And of course it starts blowing this way because, sure, why not? We should go around to the other side.
Might be a horrible idea, but I kind of just want to pick this entire bag up and put it in the fire.
The bag?
Yeah. Unless you were thinking of bringing the bag back.
Well, no. Well,
It would be in a more efficient way of getting this all in there.
just pick the thing up, turn it upside down, and dump it in.
Because the problem with dumping it, picking it up, turning it upside down, the top of this bag will immediately catch.
Right. Well, does it say anything on it about do not burn? We will have video evidence if we die.
Unless the camera burns it too. Let's empty this bag out a little bit more, and then we'll do it.
Yeah, I'm kind of concerned about the idea. I can't never do. I like this pit a lot better than ours. It's got walls,
It's
round.
not nearly as good as the fire pit we now have at the Roost.
Oh no?
Because my parents needed to do some significant burning of brush, like
Like how much
pile
brush?
of brushes, like 4 feet tall from here to the driveway.
Ooh.
To the house.
Where did all that come from?
All of the various brushwork that needed done at the new house, because the person who had previously been living there was old and not able to take care of the yard very well.
You have ash in your hair.
Oh no.
Like right down the middle.
Oh no. But we also had a bunch of field stones from a part of the house that we had to take apart.
Oh wow.
That was just like this deck jutting out from the house is built on a hill.
Oh fun.
So
I can't wait to
the
see
first floor of the house is right on top of the top of the hill. But then as you come out towards the bottom of the hill, there's room for an entire story beneath it.
Oh.
That's where the basement is. And then there was a patio built as an extension to the basement out of concrete, field stones, and the most random bits of metal serving as rebar as one could possibly imagine.
Wow. That sounds like fun.
Wait for me to restart this.
Give it some more openings for the fire to get through.
It'll burn fast enough.
Yeah, the bottom's a little damp, which will give us a little bit of time.
Yeah.
You want to have the lid ready?
Sure.
Because I don't like where this is going. I mean, I kind of love where this is going. Part of me doesn't love.
The part of you that is sane is telling you this is a bad idea.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm ready.
We'll do this?
Yep.
You think this is even going to be able to fit in there with the lid on top?
Yeah.
Okay. We did it.
And we're not dead yet.
Yeah.
Excellent plan.
Whew, this is gonna work, I hope. And there's a lot of dirt and damp stuff in there too.
Yeah, but there's a lot of heat in that fire.
Oh yeah.
So cooling it down a bit by evaporating some damp
Oh.
is not a bad idea.
Ugh, I hadn't thought about that. Well, it's just gonna disintegrate. And we're gonna have tiny little pieces of bag floating through the air.
Except that's what the grate is for.
Well, yeah.
Except for the tiny bits that are already burned up into ash, which aren't really a problem.
You mean like all that?
Yeah. That is all successfully ashified.
Well, I suppose it's no worse than a newspaper fire.
Yeah. Which admittedly is not great, but
Right.
hasn't stopped me in the past.
But we're in the city. Oh boy. Maybe that wasn't such a good idea.
You're just worrying too much.
Yeah, I'm sure I am.
But yeah, so in order to burn all that brush, since we had kept all the field stones from demolishing that patio, because the patio was like broken down and was going to fall at some point anyways, so we were just accelerating the process so nobody was on the patio when it fell,
Oh, I see.
or under the patio when it fell. So we had kept all the field stones, and my mom used the field stones to make a fire pit to burn all of the brush that needed burning.
Oh, nice.
Now, she went online to figure out what the fire department, the fire marshals allowed for fire pits in that area. And the limit was no bigger than 6 foot in diameter. So she made a 6 foot diameter fire pit.
Oh, that's great.
So that is the fire pit we currently have at the new place.
Oh, that's great.
It can fit an awful lot of fire.
That'd be fun to see. I'm looking forward to seeing it. That is an awful lot of cinders. You want to sit on the other side for a bit?
Nah, I'm too stubborn.
I'm blind. It's funny how it's just sort of sticking to the outside of the grate there. I suppose the heat is forcing it outwards.
Until it's completely burned up, it can't escape. It does look pretty neat.
Well, it does. It does look pretty neat.
In a weird sort of way.
Yeah. No. They don't pose a danger.
Nope.
They can't just set fire to something. Yeah? Right?
Right.
Okay. It's cool that you were able to be there for the moment where my mom finished the game.
Yeah.
We've been having a lot of fun with that. It's so funny. When she first started, she ran away from the easiest enemy in the game, which she could have killed with 2 hits.
Yep.
But she just was scared of it, and it was so fun to watch. Now she hunts guardians for fun. And wins very fast.
Does she just win by beating them up normally?
No, she cuts the legs off and then shoots them in the eye until they die.
Okay.
We're talking about a game, I promise. This is a game we're talking
The
about.
internet knows about Breath of the Wild.
I know, I just hadn't said it by name yet. Not a sponsor, but I wish. Boy, it's a good game.
Yeah. I think the most fun way once you get it down to beat the Guardians is reflecting the I-beams back at them.
Oh, yeah.
That's real hard to get down.
Oh yeah. It's so satisfying.
Especially since if you botch it while practicing, you're pretty much toast.
Yeah. Unless you got some heavy duty armor on.
So my method for fighting them has previously been basically stasis them. Once I get the upgrade to stasis, they allow me to stasis creatures. Before that, I just avoided them.
Yeah.
But stasis them, beat up their legs, which knocks them over, lets me beat them up more, until almost enough time has passed for me to stasis them again. And by that point, they're pretty much toast.
Yeah. Hey, did you get to see that movie I Can Only Imagine?
I had not.
Boy, it's a good movie. I think I may have mentioned it before.
Believe you have.
It's definitely well worth seeing. It's really well made, I think. Sad story, but it's got a good ending.
Okay.
Well, normally I don't really like biographical stories, but that one was, I enjoyed that. And I just saw the new Mission Impossible.
Huh?
Have you seen that?
Actually, yes, I have.
Fallout?
Yep.
Yeah, that was crazy. So many chases. That I think was the most complicated plot of all the Mission Impossible movies yet.
I think it's the first Mission Impossible movie I've watched, so I have nothing to compare it to.
Whoops. I think it's the movie that builds the most on the previous ones. Anyway, it's, kind of spoilers for the previous movies, but not too badly. You can still watch them. I mean, it's the kind of movies where even if you don't really follow the plot line, you can still watch it and have a great time.
Yeah.
4 and 5 are some really good ones.
I think my favorite action movie of all time, though, is still Mad Max Fury Road.
I haven't seen that.
And people use it as an example of what action movies should be, because it is literally all action instead of like high amounts of action, but not majority action. Like even in most action movies, it's like 50% of this movie is exposition or plot happening.
Yeah, which I kind of enjoy sometimes. To give you a breath of fresh air.
But yeah, Mad Max is like 15 minutes of setup. The rest of the movie is a chase scene.
Oh, the entire thing?
And then like 10 minutes of conclusion.
Oh, wow.
And like, there's dialogue and exposition happening during the chases, but not a lot. And it's all directly important to why is somebody chasing somebody else.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. And where they're headed and things. It's like, just hour and a half of action.
Wow.
25 minutes total on the two different other sides to explain why action is happening.
Man, does it ever get tiring to watch just because it's all action?
No, because there's like slow parts.
Oh, good.
But it's like, it's not, there isn't action happening, it's just, people are not currently within view of one another to actively be shooting at one another.
Oh, wow. Sounds pretty crazy.
It is. Oh, the...
We haven't seen Ghost Protocol.
I did not.
It's kind of like that, where things keep happening. Don't worry, we haven't abandoned the camera. Still here. Safety. Yeah, boy. It is a very nice day out. It's a Sunday. Beautiful Sunday in August. One of the last ones, really. Last Sunday in August. Fall will be really nice.
Okay.
Oh wow.
Pear or easy apple?
Why easy apple?
As opposed to crisp apples?
Oh, well I'll try pear.
Okay.
That's alcoholic.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
It's not like terribly alcoholic, but
Drink the whole bottle and it gives you a buzz for an hour and a half. Depending on...
I mean, not need that much.
I mean, depends on exact biology, how much you ate, how big you are, stuff like that.
That's good. It reminds me a little bit of champagne when I had it once.
Yeah. Champagne is probably the first alcoholic beverage I've found that I actually liked. But it's champagne, so you don't drink that very often. It's fancy. But yeah, my mom's a wine person,
So
but
you can
I
drink
don't
a bottle of this without getting drunk,
Right,
right?
right.
Okay.
Bit of a buzz, but the buzz will be gone by the time this fire is done. So.
Right. Just me. Like, I've never had alcohol before, so I wonder if it's just gonna, blow my system.
I mean, you might be particularly lightweight, but evidence has gone to show I am particularly lightweight, and this just gets me buzzed.
Okay.
This is not a super strong alcohol.
No, it doesn't taste like it. I'm glad. I like something lighter. In fact, it tastes a lot like a lot of non-alcoholic beverages I've had.
Mm-hmm.
Just sparkling cider and things like that.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, sparkling cider is designed to be as close to hard cider as possible without
Well, yeah.
actually being alcoholic. So.
Oh, 5%? Wow. That's it?
Yeah.
Nice. I like this.
It is alcohol for people who aren't drinking to be drunk.
Good.
They're drinking to taste something good and have a little bit of a buzz.
Yeah, and stay in control.
Yeah.
Nice stuff. I'm sorry, I
Like-
should have poured like a little shot glass or something so you could try the pear. Or have you tried the pear already?
I've had the pear already.
Oh, okay.
Not personally my favorite of the 4 flavors in the pack. Because I first had some when my mom got a pack of this and I decided I liked the cider, so I got a pack after that ran out because my mom bought wine and I can't stand wine. But
Yeah,
she's
I'm
a
not
wine
big
person.
wine person either. I've tried it at some. My uncle loves wine, and so I've tried it there, and I don't know.
Yeah, so I bought another pack. So the 4 flavors are rose, pear, easy apple, and crisp apple.
Rose?
Yeah, it's weird.
It would be.
I've decided it's not my favorite, but
You like it better than pear?
no. Of the 4 flavors, rose is probably my least favorite, but it is definitely interesting.
What's your favorite?
I haven't decided yet between easy apple and crisp apple.
What's the difference, really? Sweetness?
I mean, can't really describe the difference very well.
I kind of know what you mean. Taste is hard to describe.
The crisp apple tastes more like it's an alcoholic beverage. Is probably the best way to describe it. But yeah. So I will probably in the future mainly just buy packs of the Easy Apple and the Crisp Apple, but the big sample pack was
Definitely worth trying.
yeah.
See what you like.
Figuring out which of the flavors I actually like before I committed to one. Not gonna go to town on it right away.
Yeah. I think I'll just shotgun it. Yeah, shotgunning a glass bottle, that's definitely a smart idea. You heard of that?
No?
Shotgunning?
No.
Oh, it's what you do, you take a can of beer or something, pop the top, and then take a screwdriver or something, poke a hole in the back of it, and just chug. It's really bad for you. Consuming that much alcohol that fast is really bad for you. Because, then it doesn't go glug, 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 because it's got the
Yeah.
hole for air to come in, so it just goes... You see people, like, crumpling the can on their face just to see how fast they can do it.
I mean, I once saw, I think it was just soda, not alcohol, but I once saw somebody not pop the hole in the bottom, but just smash it to... I think it was like more like they like twisted it and smashed it, like so it wasn't like smashing it directly just with their face. But.
Oh, that must have been fun to see. I have seen someone. Have you ever seen the video? Some guy called for a can of beer. He caught it. He took his knuckle and went and opened it and drank it. It was great.
I should learn that trick. That would be a Greer sort of trick to learn.
Yeah, practice on cans of Coke or something.
Yeah, I'm not a beer person either.
No, that's a good thing. Beer does stuff.
It's nasty.
No, yeah, you're right. It is nasty, tastes bad, does bad stuff to you if you get addicted to it. I mean, there's just nothing desirable about it unless you actually
Want to be drunk.
Yeah, or cultivate the taste. Which why would you want to do that if you already hate it?
Yeah.
Do something like root beer where it's already good. Like, yeah, I like that. I don't have to get used to that. IBC root beer. That is good stuff.
IBC.
Comes in brown bottles like that.
Mm.
There's a little lids, the little tops that you have to like use a bottle opener on. And a little mist sort of drifts out of it. Or frost top root beer. Oh my goodness. Very few places you can get that. One of the only places really is the drive-in restaurant near Wild Mountain. It comes in a frosty mug. Oh. I'll have a bit more.